B, quarterly report from the Kids World. I think you got an answer.
I was just going to say that it was never explained to us how that savings, we were buying it on the goodwill of the street.
Right.
That was the foggiest thing I ever voted on. I felt nervous about it, so I'm glad you pulled it out.
Okay. Hey, welcome.
Thank you.
If you don't know me, my name is Molly Scott. I'm the director of the center up here in Sac City. I brought along with me tonight Tom Unger, who is our president of our board. We have a 7-member board and 2 of your representations from the city. The other 2 is from the school, and the rest of it is made up from the city, or from the Kids World parents of the Kids World Center. I didn't know if any of you had seen, this is our formal budget for the year 2006 and 7. We will be having a public hearing in March for 2000. This was an old one. I grabbed the wrong one, guys. That's what happens when you're hurrying to a girls' basketball game. And so I will get you all a current one, but I wanted you to know that we have our budget in place, and we will be having our public hearing on that in our March meeting. And the city has shown support with us at the center. We've made a letter of request to the city for a couple of years now, since I've been there, and probably before, and we have been decreasing that request. The request this year for fiscal year was, last year's was $24,000, and this year is $20,000, or the next fiscal year's, meaning 08, 09. And we have currently made a request that the city administrator got in December for an $8,000 payment, which should come in January, and then we will be getting the remainder, $16,000 the 1st of March, or we'll make a request, and then we will make a request in June for the last $8,000. So it'll be a total of $24,000 for this year. We have been making our loan payments, or I guess you call them loan payments, to the city monthly. The center's very busy. Right before Christmas, we had 101 children in. Our capacity is 106. The center varies hour to hour, minute by minute, by how many children are in there, but it is an active place.
People employed, number of people?
We have 19 staff at this time. We are looking for the 20th staff. We operate best on 20 staff members.
Do you still have as many volunteers?
We do have an excellent volunteer group. We don't have as many coming in, but they are there. There's a volunteer meeting monthly, and they show, they help out numerous ways helping the center.
What was your growth from children? You say you have 101. What did you have last year?
Well, 101, that is meening in one day.
Okay.
When we tabulate my monthly report to my board, because there's a lot of part-time children, there's a lot of few hours here and there. When we evaluate that down, like last year I looked, we had 48 children, which is full-time children, okay, when those all evaluate down. And I looked at the year before, and it was 45. So, there is a little increase. It's holding,
right.
Yeah.
Because I got a question for you. On the console, we're giving you $20,000 a year next year, and you're basically paying off the loan from the city for $20,000 with that money? Where's the money we give you goes to paying off a loan, does it?
No.
Okay.
The money that we are requesting from the city is just for operating.
But you are paying for some loan someplace.
The loan goes back to when on the building of the building.
Goes back to the city?
Right.
So in essence, we're giving you $20,000, you're giving us $20,000 back, right?
I guess if you were looking at it that way. Are you looking at that?
Yes, it's $20,900 for the loan payment.
About 3 years ago, I think it was $40,000.
Yeah, I really
this is an older grant as well, or an older grant, an older budget. But I think that the funding was on this year, or where it is under the other grants and donations. See where it says like in July there's an $8,000 one, in October there's an $8,000 one, in January. So that, there's other grants that were wrote in on that line. You know, like, so it doesn't.
Yeah, my question was more to the
Okay.
council. Why are we giving you $20,000 to pay a loan back to us? It doesn't make sense, but that's our problem, not yours.
I think it's kind of a bookkeeping.
Okay. We can look into that way or something. I don't have a problem with it.
Anybody know the balance of that loan?
I assume it was for the building when it started, or?
Yes, there was a,
Off the top of my head, I don't know.
200
Steve Earl would be a better.
was it 250,000?
It was
Still over 200.
But we, you know, since I've been at the Kids World since '94, since January '95 actually, you know, we've
05.
made
05.
05. I'm talking the 90s. I'm going back. Sorry, guys. Anyway, that we have made that payment, and we additionally made another $20,000. You know, so we are
Doing a good
trying.
job.
You know, we're not. We know where that was a commitment to us, but you know, that was all done before me and before, you know, it's one of those things that happen. So we just try to move forward and make positive movements with what we're doing. So.
I'd like to say thank you because I've heard nothing but positive comments from the community about how you're running your place. So thank you for doing a good job.
One thing Molly is working on right now is she's working on a grant to get a lighted sign in the front of the building, which would be something very nice if we can get that grant.
And we'll talk to State about the ordinance about 25 feet back and things like that. So I mean, I have done a little bit of legwork, but I'm not still in the planning stages. It's exciting. There's all kinds of little grants here and there that I can fund for classrooms, additions to buildings, and things like that. But what I can't write for is for the payment of a building and the, you know, the wages for the staff, and that's just works out. If anybody ever knows anything, I'll gladly check it out.
I appreciate you going after any grants, you know, that would help you pay the cost. So I think that's excellent. So.
And then I can get you guys in the current budget. I just grabbed the one on top thinking that was the current one.
Any other questions, comments? We appreciate your coming. Thank you very much.
Appreciate you having me.